A big part of the job is looking for the worst in people. Turns out I excel at that.
Darker than any Marvel movie or series before, and I'm including Daredevil in that, the November 20th debut of the first full season of Marvel's Jessica Jones on Netflix is full of bar fights, bar tosses, grime, demented declarations, and regret with a villain you can't just get enough of, as well as some very serious topics of PTSD, abuse, assault, and shame and death. All of which is to say, it's grown up great, and certainly binge appointment viewing to be etched on your calendar. While more than full of action, the Melissa Rosenberg created series is at its heart, I think, a deep vein thriller and sick love story that in many ways reminds me of the good ways of Idris Elba's Luther, both in tone, characterization, and desperation. Played with a wire-walking tension by Krysten Ritter, who I honestly didn't think would be this good until I remembered how great she was in Breaking Bad, Jessica Jones is all about the fallout of an extraordinary life of an almost ordinary person with too many secrets in literally a living hell of Hell's Kitchen.
In my line of work, you gotta know when to walk away. But some cases just won't let you go.
First introduced in the comics back in 2001, the Jessica Jones character has always been a superpowered misfit character in a universe of many bigger misfits. Out of the caped game and making ends meet as a PI, Jones has weaved in and out of relationships and series. But now on Netflix, the character has found her own place in the spotlight, though she still doesn't have the flying/guided falling thing down yet. A lot of credit for the excellence of this series has to go to Rosenberg as showrunner. The Twilight Saga scribe has infused a depth to the character in the series, which was first developed at ABC, that the well-watched trailers and teasers only hint at. That's reinforced by a firm supporting cast of a wonderfully duplicitous Carrie-Anne Moss as the big-time lawyer who employs Jessica as her glorified skip tracer, Rachel Taylor as Jones's best friend Trish Walker, who some of you might know from the greater Marvel Universe, and more to the point of that greater Marvel Universe, Mike Coulter's Luke Cage, who has pain and loss of his own that's never far, and who also plays foil and special friend to Jessica in anticipation of his own Netflix series to come. Yet with that, and Ritter's very, very strong performance, which I have to say again, the real supernova in Jessica Jones is David Tennant as villain Kilgrave, a violator of minds and souls who destroys lives, including Jessica's if he has his way.
You made me jump for hours as high as I could. You said I was never as good as you.
Now, after some previous kicks at the stateside series can, the sharp-suited former Doctor Who has found here what might be his true on-screen self, as probably the best supervillain Marvel has ever had. Sorry, Hydra, but it's true. As the series reveals, and I'm not going to go into the often grisly details or backstory, Kilgrave is evil without doubt or hesitation, and hence as compelling as hell. And as compelling as hell just might be the best way to sum up Marvel's Jessica Jones, which comes, I have to give you, with an unqualified recommendation that you check out what I think is one of the best shows of 2015. I'm Dominic Patten for Deadline Hollywood.